I'm here in the Biddeford Mill Complex in Biddeford, Maine, for the fundraiser for HauntME in the Biddeford Mills Museum. These mills that I'm standing in were established in the 1800s and operated until the mid-1900s. They were a massive collection of activity and provided jobs for the economy here in town. This footprint that's left here stays today. Currently exists as shops, cafes, printing offices, and more importantly, a place for the afterlife. Let's see what's going on inside. Hey there, I'm here with Ty Gowan from HauntME. Could you tell me a little bit about your role, what brought you to ghost hunting, and kind of what your next steps are?
Absolutely. I'm in HauntME as the audio analyst. I'm here because Ashley Brooks put together a team last year of people that she thought would really add to the paranormal field. Me and my partner, Carol, were both in a ghost hunting group before we joined this one, so we brought a little bit of experience to the table. Doing that, we kind of trained HauntME through their first season, but now that we're all on the same level, we have some pretty cool places that we're going to go next season. Hopefully raise a little bit of money like we're doing for a fundraiser tonight at the Biddeford Mills, and put together a really quality show for next year.
Killer, man.
Yeah.
Killer. Do you have any end goal for today and what you kind of wanted to hit?
For today, what I'm really hoping is that we get the word out there about restoring the mill. This place needs some funds, and that's why we're splitting some of the product that we get tonight with the Biddeford Mill Museum. But my goal, honestly, for tonight is that everyone to come out and have a really good time. I think we're really poised to do that at this point.
That's awesome. So take me through what's going to happen later in the night. You're going to go out and explore the mill with the audience members.
Definitely.
And kind of walk through different sections of the building.
So what we're doing is we're splitting the audience members up into 2 tracks because the Biddeford Mills is too huge to do in just one night with this amount of people. So after the audience watches the episode, they'll get an idea of where they want to go explore. So we took our 6 hot spots when we were exploring, and we are bringing the teams out there, split into 2 different groups so that they'll all be able to see half the mill. And every place that we chose is pretty exciting, so I'm really excited to get the people out there.
That's killer, man. That's killer. So of all the experiences that you've had ghost hunting,
yes,
is there one that still makes the hair stand up, makes your eyes water in that same way that you've had so far?
Man, there's a place in Kentucky called Waverly Hills Sanatorium. It is a nightmare factory. It was the most incredible place that I've ever been to. It was the most chilling, but sticking to HauntME, one of the best pieces of evidence that we got this year honestly scared me because usually, if I'm silent, it means I'm terrified. And so in the episode that we're premiering right now, there's a point when we were about to leave for our final investigation. We had about 15 minutes left, and I asked a ghost to make a broom drop. It was sitting against a pole. Didn't think anything of it, was walking away when we hear whap. We turned around and the broom was on the floor. Our cameraman was stunned and frozen in his place, and we just kind of looked at each other like that did not just happen. I love stuff like that, so it was really incredible that it got to happen here.
That's killer, man. That's killer. That's crazy. It makes the hair stand up in the back of my neck right now.
It's my job.
That's awesome. Well, hey, check them out on entertainmentexperiment.com or their new website coming up, haunt-me.com.
Yes, definitely, and enjoy it.
I'm here with Carolyn Gosselin, who's a high school teacher at Biddeford High School, and she's on the board of directors for the Biddeford Mills Museum. Thank you for joining me. Let me know a little bit about what the Biddeford Mills means to you, what it represents to the community of Biddeford, and why an event or fundraiser like this is so important.
Well, a few years ago, through my teaching at the high school, I'm an English teacher, and I had an opportunity to do some digital storytelling with some folks downtown with my students. And through that collaboration, I met the mill owner, who agreed to start taking my students on tours through the mill, which I thought was cool because the kids never really get to come on the inside either. And it's pretty mind-blowing when you think about the physical presence of these huge buildings, and there's so many of them. Like, it really weighs on, I think, the collective consciousness of this town.
Yeah, it's such a, like, there's such a big footprint of Biddeford and what Biddeford represents, and it's interesting, having actually lived here myself at one point, you feel like that presence of the lifestyle that surrounded the mill has never left this community. There's so many people who still get up, you know, early and you know, go to their favorite spot, and it's that same cycle of like third shift, and you feel people roll into town at that time. So I know what you mean when you drive by those massive buildings, and you know, there's just this really tangible presence.
I first met Ashley through Vinyl Room, Fred Greenhall, was doing The Cleansed. Yeah. She was one of the voice actors, and she came in and had an opportunity to go down into the lagoon to do her performance. Which
is an incredibly creepy place, but I was just talking to Ty earlier, and it's actually the place with the least activity that HauntME found, which is, I mean, you find this like underground catacomb with like planked boardwalks, and it's sort of like the video game Myst, and you're like, I don't really know where I am, but it's really kind of a powerful place.
One of the great things about Doug Sanford is he's a developer, but he loves these mills, and he understands on a really deep level what they mean to this community from past, present, and future. So he basically said, yes, they can come in and investigate, but like me, he wanted to make sure that the investigation was conducted in a way that was respectful, that where there was this recognition that if there is anything out there, those spirits are related to people that are still living in this community. And that's really important to remember, is that whether you believe in hauntings or not, doing this kind of investigation or exploration means that you're dealing with somebody's relatives and their passing, and how important it is to be cognizant of what you're doing. So this kind of event is an opportunity to remind people that yes, paranormal investigations are a part of popular culture right now. There's so many different shows and that type of thing. People are curious, and I'm curious. But we're still talking about the spirits of people who lived and died in association with these buildings, and
the community and the people around it, and the power that these places bring. And like you said, whether you believe in this sort of content or not, whether you believe in hauntings, there really is a power to this place, and it's because this whole community is built on it.
Right. And that's important to remember, I think, in any situation, but definitely here.
Awesome. Hey, well, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure.
Definitely.
Check out the Biddeford Mills if you ever come this way. It is an incredible place. They also have an awesome cafe back there, which you should also check out. Thank you so much.
You're
really
welcome.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, my friends. It's been a very successful evening for HauntME and the Biddeford Mills complex. I had a lot of fun. Hope you did too. Thanks for watching Prime on the Entertainment